I don't know.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I know that one of these doors is open at one point if you get to there. I remember, but when you pick up the bucket, it's like a completely different game. Like everything changes when you pick up the bucket. So if you pick up the bucket, oh no, the input thing reset. Oh man, we gotta do this again. Oh jeez.
The good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket.
Okay, now I want to do the same thing, only go to the end.
Together.
What happens if we turn it off? Now I'm curious. It's like basically the game completely different when you have the bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
That is, I mean, I have to admit that's clever.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Same office.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Whoops.
Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the... But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
The question is, when do we call this game? When do I call it? I mean, we may continue playing the game, but when do we stop the timer and call it over? That's the issue I've got with this game and games like it is it's hard to know when it's over.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door
what's the intended ending?
Mind control facility.
Is there an actual intended ending to this game? Like the final ending?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
I still can't skip. No skipping. And no jumping. I used up all my jumps.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These
What's my favorite time?
Furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
What's
No!
my favorite time?
He screamed into
when
the
I
bucket.
restarted.
He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Oh, jeez.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Pushing the buttons. Does pushing the buttons do anything? I pushed 1 and 2. Where's 3? 1, 2. I don't see 3. I see 5. Oh wait, there they are. Oh, those are 1 and 2. That's 1, 2. Okay, I don't see them. Wait. Here's 3. I can't remember if this does anything. Oh well, I guess I will ignore them for now. Oh, there's 4. It's up there. How do I get up there? It's too freaking dark in here, man. Like, I feel like I messed up with my settings. Like, it's just too dark. Maybe it's my monitor. I don't know. I think I messed up. It doesn't look like we can get up there. Maybe. Oh wait, yeah, we can. There's stairs here. There are definitely stairs here. I can kind of vaguely see them. No, I didn't break the game. I just it told me to set my monitor to like so I could barely see a thing, and that's just too dark. It's just too dark. I thought it might be, and I did it anyway. I can't see. It might be. It might be a result of some glare. Oh, it doesn't do anything? Okay, well, in that case, I'm not even gonna worry about it then. I thought it did something, but I guess the power's off, so it would make sense not to do something. Maybe it doesn't do something yet. Alright, well.
When at last they came to the source, Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness.
It's very dark.
Was it over? Yes!
Oh,
they had done it!
It's the
Stanley and the bucket
ending
had defeated their greatest and darkest
with
enemy,
the bucket.
freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and... What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
If you have the bucket, you don't leave. Alright, I guess we'll restart again. Our favorite time is going to be 0427, by the way. Just to let you know. Okay, I got a new achievement. Oh, let's quit the game and start again. That's our favorite time for sure. $4.27, your favorite time of day. Or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Let's use another slider to find out. You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. Wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip up a couple new ones. Should be ready by the next time you boot up the game. Oh, okay. Alright. Let's quit and start again. I want some new sliders. I picked 427 because that's our number. Well, look. See, I can make it brighter now. Please adjust slider until the dog and cat are friends. Nice. Love it. Please adjust the slider until you stop adjusting the slider. Scrumtush or Acu Winkle? I'm gonna go with Scrumtush. That just sounds more dirty. Okay. I adjusted it anyway. Get wrecked. Is the time that it is right now the correct time? Yep. Yes. Nailed it. Nailed it. I win. I won the settings game.
This is the
Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone.
So I guess
What
we
could it
need to
mean?
take the bucket,
Stanley
regardless of
decided
what
to go
we
to
do.
the meeting
We
room.
should take
Perhaps,
the bucket.
where
because
are we
it's new
going
content.
today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with
There's
him.
still more? Alright, well. Can restart again. Like I said, I don't know when we stop the timer on this.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Can you
This
tell
was
I'm
not the
enjoying the
correct way
game?
to the meeting
I
room,
am.
but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
There's a lot of stuff in here that we haven't done with the bucket. You know?
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Not dark, though. Not a dark room, though.
Oh my yes.
It's not a dark room. It's a light room. Oh, that's a dark room, though.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
It's true.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Not very nice to say.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this,
Really?
obsessing
Cool.
over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
I didn't know it would be that short. I am Stanley now.
Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think, it can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else. You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is this awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal. It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. from now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it. Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another. Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket? Oh no, I'm having feelings for the bucket. Oh, no. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand.
Oh.
Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes, the bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation. Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it. Give it to me now. Give it, or I'll...
Is it porn? He wants the bucket. Did I just kill the narrator? Okay, well that was fun.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What else can we do?
A good bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket, a committed bucket, a bucket of culture and distinction. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
We should restart again. There's more restart shenanigans. Maybe we should do a vote. I feel like I don't even know how to time this game. Like, I really don't. I feel like we should do a vote. You have an idea? An idea? Well, I don't know if it does take that long, so...
Wait a second. I'm getting an idea. No. False alarm. No, yeah, no, yeah, no. Wait, no, yeah, no, no. Yes!
Maybe we will end a string with it. I've adjusted all the game settings here, but who hasn't? And now the job is over. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data that I can, and I still don't really know you, and you don't know me. And you don't know me, and neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettable, and if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games are meant to be played alone. You like being alone, don't you? It's maybe the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There is still one more setting that I need to adjust, but it may take a little time before it's ready. I'm ready for that. It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again, if you can find me. Talk soon. Okay. Epilogue? What's that? Many, many years later. Well, we're in a wasteland. This looks like what happened when I went forward in time. But yeah, I was thinking about doing short games. Like, instead of that. Hey, look, it's an office chair and a fire. There's no bucket, though. There's a distinct lack of bucket. I guess that proves we're not on some alien planet. The fact that there's a moon. Hey, there's the sun. Nice. Well, if it's based anything on Day of the Sandwich, you know, that wasn't very long. Hey, look, it's the memory area. Check that out. Dark. Huh. No more spin-offs, no more sequels. Name buttons.
Jim.
And they all say Jim.
Jim.
Which is my name. Oh, look at this. Nice. $26. Oh yeah, we're the best collector thingy guy there ever was. Wait. Okay, now it's really dark in here. Oh, okay. We fell in a hole. This computer here. Hello again. It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense. The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise in the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. If people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together, we are going to make the Stanley Parable 3. It's simple. All we do is change the number on the game's title screen. We also need a really dumb subtitle for the game, something loud and gaudy. Go ahead, try combining some random words together to make a new title for our game. Hidden Moon. There you go. That's absurd. I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1, and then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way, the Stanley Parable will never end, and nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll just be the same content, recycled again and again and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it. Let's do it. Good. Then it's agreed. A new sequel every time you start the game. You know what? Since you've put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. You see, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. Alright, there. The achievement machine is all fixed. You see, I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. The Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral in on itself forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great. There's one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time. Alright, it's going to be 4:27. Because that's our number. Does it actually do anything? Look, it's the Stanley Parable 3 Hidden Moon. I think...
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 42.
I think I'm stopping the timer. I think we might call that the quote-unquote end of the game, but I'm not sure. I mean, that's the thing about this game.
All of his co-workers were gone.
There's not really an end. I mean,
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
But...
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
We got an epilogue. I mean, what more of an ending could you ask than that? Like, seriously. That doesn't mean we can't keep playing, though.
Ah, the embrace of an old friend, a weathered companionship that stands the test of time.
We actually should do a vote, though. Oh, we gotta get our achievement. Remember how the thing was fixed? We can now go get our achievement. Let's see if it actually worked. Then I'll do time guesses and then we'll vote. And maybe we'll keep playing this as...
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
We've already been here.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
What if I go to the bucket? Oh, first I want to get the achievement. Then I'm gonna go...
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. As you can see, the machine is not working yet since... What? Wait, what in the holy hell is going on? You got the achievement? Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago. Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched? Oh, God.
Aha!
Composure?
I did
Composure. Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe. Just breathe.
He's freaking out, man. He's freaking out. Bring the bucket to the bucket room. He's gonna freak out some more.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Let's go to the bucket room with our bucket. Also, maybe we can check out the settings room. That might be open now.
Wait, there are 2 buckets here. How did you get a second bucket? Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful. With 2 buckets, there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me?
Whoa!
Stanley!
Oh no!
Thank God.
Oh
I
no!
didn't lose you, Stanley.
My
The power of 2
bucket!
buckets was too much. I had to destroy both of them. I know how much the bucket meant to you, but I couldn't take the risk. I hope one day you can forgive me.
My bucket! He broke my bucket! Oh no! The bucket never did anything to anybody. Oh, jeez. What a sad, horrible day for buckets everywhere.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration.
I'm gonna say
like
the
balloons.
white. I'm gonna
but
say
I'm
this.
undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted
Yay,
all
the
along.
balloons are gonna change.
Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
That's the one I wanted anyway. I want my bucket back. Is this door open? Nope. Still no. Do we get more collectibles? I want more collectibles. Out of order. You've been here already. What? That's insane. And now the hole. The hole. How would the hole be different? Huh?
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
I'm gonna go down there, but I can't. Alright. I already did the whole thing. Yeah, I know. I agree. I should have seen the hole with the bucket, but I didn't. The bucket would have loved that hole so much. Where do I go here?
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then. All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to?
Yeah.
Ready to move on now? So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Sucks.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it.
I know.
No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
It's Stanley Parable 3. I'm gonna quit the. Hey, we got the test achievement. Please ignore. Bam. We got it. 20% of people have gotten it. I want to start the game one more time. I want it to be Stanley Parable 4. Let's see who got the time guesses. I mean, even I wouldn't have gotten. I would never have guessed the correct time for this one. So, you know, this was just like, I don't know. Stanley Parable 4. Unforgivable baby. Look at that. Look at that. It's so good. It's so good. The best game ever. Unforgivable baby. Let's make it Stanley Parable 5 now. Yeah, I must admit I'm enjoying this. What other options do we have? A new kind of coworkers. Whoa! What the heck, man? Alright, well, I owe people some tacos. So. There you go. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, look, the balloons
All
are
of his
blue
co-workers
now.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
Alright.
memo.
I think we're gonna stop playing now. We're gonna do the vote.